Welcome back to another episode of the Union Berlin Career Mode. We have Europa League semi-finals today. We could be only going for a double by the end of today. We might still have the treble be a possibility. If results go our way in the league, in the one Bundesliga game we have to play, then we could, in theory, win the Bundesliga today. If we win on match day 32 and Bayern fail to win on match day 32, with our goal difference being as superior to Dortmund's as it is, then we would effectively all but have won the league. But we will need Bayern to drop points on match day 32 for that to happen. We have Hannover 96, and in fact, we'll know before we get there, because they're playing the day before at home against FC Köln. We'll know before we get there. There is the small matter of a European semi-final first leg before that game, though. So we'll get that done first. Today we're saying thank you to 50 Still Fabulous, to Josh Adams, and to Mass as well for your continued support in the comment section. Thank you very much indeed. It's good to have the comment section active again on both YouTube channels now that videos are back up and running regularly again. And hopefully we can have some positive comments in the comment section again as we look to crack on with this competition. Then Aston Villa away to begin with, and their starting lineup looks like this. Emi Martinez still there. Calabria, Ronald Araujo at centre-back alongside Zubeldia and Kieran Tierney at left-back. Mitoma on the left, Lobotka, Douglas Luiz and Moussa Diaby. Ollie Watkins still leading the line with Richarlison alongside him. On the bench, strength in depth with Alex Moreno, Juan Foyt, Mehdi Taremi could be a fairly similar kind of offering to Jovic, just slightly better in terms of a forward line replacement. Kozłowski's very good. Dendoncker offers that centre-back / CDM option as well. And they're missing Gavi through suspension. Now, presumably, because FIFA only has 1 game suspensions, not 3 game suspensions in it, he will be available for the second leg, Gavi. But whether he starts ahead of Lobotka, I don't know, because Gavi's a centre mid and they play a 4-4-2 holding, and sometimes it doesn't quite play the right players in the right position. So we'll wait and see how that goes. I'm going to go for a press conference, try and boost morale so we get some good boosts attribute-wise to my players and give ourselves the best possible chance of winning that game. Do drop the video a like. I'd love to end this season strong with your support, and then make sure you subscribe to the channel. You won't miss out on the lead save when that begins very soon indeed as well. Right, Aston Villa away, on the way. I don't really want to risk getting a poor result in the first leg and then not being able to turn it back round in the second. That was a awkward pass, but one that worked for them. It's nervy in the opening few minutes. Aston Villa had a little bit of a fray forward, and then we've won it back a couple of times. Send Kai Havertz down the line here. And Enes now might be able to find some space in the middle. Or Baku at the back post. Defenders missed it. We lead. That's a mistake from the Aston Villa side. The man in between Baku and the ball should have cleared that. Goalkeeper tried to get there and couldn't. We'll have a look at the replay to see exactly who was at fault and how it transpired. Could Emi Martinez have stopped this? Probably not. Struck too quickly, but the defender there, I think that's a bit of an EA goal. It looks like he's gone to swing his leg at it and then either kicked the floor or not completed the animation, and it's just gone straight to me. So it's Davide Calabria there. Oh, look his left leg. He gets caught in a weird animation, and then his left knee does what a knee shouldn't do. Legs aren't that flexible there, not unless you're in the first few months of your life or you're an outrageous gymnast. Knees don't bend like that. So I feel like I've kind of cheesed them there. He's gone for it, and because his knee's at the angle it is, he can't fully extend his leg. So he's missed the ball, and it's gone straight to me. That is the sort of thing that if it happens against you, you go scripting, absolute scripting. It's purposefully made him go for the animation and miss the ball so that they can score, which is another reason why we always say it can happen against you, but it can also always happen for you as well. And here it has. Aston Villa 0, Ridler Baku again, Aston Villa behind here. Oh, it's loose from Ollie Watkins. We've got them shaking. We've got them rocked. They've got Ronald Araujo. Oh, we really do have them shaken and rocked. They making mistakes left, right and centre now, Aston Villa. Moussa Diaby with a heavy touch, and he's going to lose out on possession as well. You can see how Villa are starting to press. Thankfully, that hit Richarlison's hand. Otherwise, they were in there. That fell very kindly for Moussa Diaby. Might fall kindly for Moussa Diaby again, but his touch is letting him down here. I'm not sure whether it's... I think it's just a press on possession loss for Aston Villa, not a constant press. So, or I say that. They certainly pressed again there, and that wasn't on a possession loss. Havertz looking for Enes Unal, who was just onside, trying to squeeze it home, and Emi Martinez makes a smart stop. Oh, and Enes Unal tackles the defender, but can't force it home. Very nearly a second on the half hour. Villa shaking. Villa Park rocking in a negative sense. Oh, I thought for a minute he was going to commit there, and I was going to be able to steal it back off him. Aston Villa just aren't very good right now. I don't know how they're doing in the Premier League. Perhaps we could check in between leg 1 and 2. Their team is good on paper. It's not sensational, but it's still good. But at the minute, they are not showing that. They do not look like a European semi-final quality side right now. Have a look at their individual ratings of their players. Ronald Araujo's 91. 91! Wow. Yes, it's not a bad team. It's really, in fact, some of the players on the bench aren't as good as I thought they might be, but 140 for 84 is decent. It's a good 11. It's a really good 11. But at the minute, we're not sure how highly rated Gavi is, obviously. Suspended for this one. He's a good tip. They're going to equalise, aren't they? It's a good team. And their first proper chance, they've scored it. That's annoying, but fair enough. Douglas Luiz, nice ball into Ollie Watkins. He's just trying to utilise his pace, but Leite's equal to it. Now here comes Kai on a counter. I think it's Luka Sucic that's with me. He's not really positioned himself very well there, Luka, but now watch him get on the end of this and help us create the chance that sees us get another goal. Baku in space. Riddler Baku, man of the moment again. Riddler at left wing is just the man. I'll be honest, I didn't anticipate it being this good a decision to throw him at left wing when we made the decision. And I absolutely understood the calls at the time for Baku to be moved to right back, Mendy to left back, and Augusto forward. But ultimately, it's been a wonderful decision to leave things as they were. We will lead after one leg against Aston Villa. Final whistle sounds. It was the last action of the game. We head back to Germany with an advantage in the pocket. Now then, that's 1 foot in the final. Can we now put one hand on the Bundesliga trophy, or even maybe both hands on it, and actually get to lift it against Hannover 96? If Bayern aren't able to win on the 9th, which they haven't been able to do, they drew, we have the opportunity to go 6 points clear with 2 games to go. It won't officially be done because goal difference could yet swing and it could change. However unlikely that might be. But win against Hannover 96 in this next fixture, and surely that's the title. Hannover are 13th in the league. They either lose or win, judging by their most recent form. 5-back is not going to be easy to play against at all, but it's a winnable game, and we know that if we do win it, that may well be the title sealed. It should surely be the title sealed with the games we have remaining this season. I desperately hope that it is, but I have to win first, and it's not going to be as straightforward as you think, because things never are they, unfortunately? I'm going to move Carlos No, that's not worked at all. Move Carlos Augusto there, and then we'll put Luca Netz at left back. See what Carlos Augusto can do in a central role. Come on then! Win this game! Probably, in Asterix's, win the league. Free kick for Hannover, 20th minute on the dot. Duck just floats it. Alvarez wins it. Can I get this to Olabash with a powerful header? We can. I have to go right before then going left. Actually, Bailey's continued to run down the right. Now, he is left-footed. So I want to duck back on that left before then tucking it home. Here's a corner. I wasn't sure if that actually hit Hollebass for a moment. And it was the teammate that was in the way. Carlos Augusto with a delivery. Surely Ferland-Mendy wins this header. Yes, he does. Keeper makes a very good save. Ginter will just nod this down to a teammate. It's Hollebass. Great control. The shot. Anything other than great. But it did take a deflection. So we'll have another corner. And it will be Edson Alvarez this time. Oh, what a save again by the goalkeeper. Tips it onto the bar. Comes back down. Hits him again. And somehow stays out. Hanover really, really fortunate not to have conceded thus far in this game. Can Anthony Martial pull out a worldie? No. Tackled well in the midfield. It stays at 0-0 for now. But only because of the man between the sticks. Thank you. Might not be at 0-0 that much longer. Make me a run, please, Julian. Plant is in. Get a better angles. Saved by the goalkeeper again. It's all Union. But not on the scoreline. Alvarez in the way. That's going to fall kindly for Olabash. I'm trying to play a pass, and he just didn't seem to want to be able to get that out of his feet. And Duck's beaten the line. He's in behind. 1-0 Hanover. It all comes from Benedict letting me down with a pass, and then he got a little nudge as he was mid-animation, and it meant that the animation didn't complete. And then their striker has then proceeded to just completely write off my entire defensive line, race in behind, and slam it home. Wouldn't be a season finale running on my channel without a little bit of drama, would it? One back. I actually felt that was a little bit of a foul, but I'll play on. Oh, Hahn with a brilliant challenge. I thought Brandt had changed direction well enough there to be able to actually beat the man. Ferland-Mendy looked to outmuscle the attacker and can't do so. Here comes Kuhn. Oh, feigning one way, going the other. Ferland-Mendy in the way. And out to Brandt. It wasn't meant for Brandt, but it found him nonetheless, and I get lucky. There's only 10 minutes to go here. And I need, really, 2 goals if we're to put ourselves in the commanding position. A point leaves it still open for debate. Martial with a great touch. He's about to come off the pitch, Anthony Martial. But he will do so having scored the equalising goal. Hanover 1. Then Union Berlin 1. Actually, no, Martial's staying on up top, isn't he? I moved him from out wide to up top. It was Olabash that went off. So Martial's still playing. In fact, he might have the chance to score a winning goal. And Al-Mazrati very nearly won the ball back in a position where we could have sent him through for a winning goal. Al-Mazrati has won the ball back in a position where we could send Martial through for a winning goal. Anthony Martial against the Hanover backline. And it's Borna that comes out on top. Trying to get off the man there to force the issue. But it looks like it is going to be a 1-1 draw then. It's not the best result, but it's certainly better than a defeat. Though whether it would actually change the overall span of things between a defeat and a draw, if we were to lose the next 2 games, I don't know. I guess the extra point is the extra point, really, isn't it? But the goal difference was kind of the extra point in itself. Regardless, we've extended our lead at the top of the Bundesliga table. We will be 4 points clear of Dortmund if they've won, and 4 points clear, which they have, and 4 points clear of Bayern. So, still, 1 fixture away from mathematically assuring it. Although that Bayer Leverkusen game comes just 2 days after the second leg against Aston Villa. I really could have done with a victory in that Hanover game. Right. Now it gets very intriguing. Can we see this through? Both A, the final, and B, the title. 2 changes to the Aston Villa side that we just beat. Van Voigt is in at right back ahead of Calabria, and Kozłowski's on the left ahead of Mitoma, who's now suspended after picking up a yellow card in that last game. Gavi is now available, but as we suspected, doesn't start because he's a centre mid and they play a CDM position. So Lobotka will continue on in that starting position. To be fair to him, Lobotka is 84 rated, so I don't know even if Gavi would be high enough rated to warrant starting ahead of him anyway, even if it were a centre mid. We can find out in a moment's time, because I'll be able to see Gavi's individual rating here. And Yeah, all right, Gavi's 87. He should certainly be starting, shouldn't he? But it is what it is. They play the way they play, and we'll play the way that we play. And if we can play to the best of our ability, then we should be through to the Europa League final. All we have to do is not lose. This time, unlike the Hanover game, I certainly would be happy with a draw. Charlison. Diaby lets that run a little, and then finds Ollie Watkins, does he? Yes, he certainly does. But Karnaseki comes away with it. That was close. Too close for comfort, in fact. We, in previous... Oh, defenders read that superbly well. In previous rounds of this competition, we have actually tended to perform better away and then not so well at home. We'll see if that continues a trend, a theme here. But we got the victory at Villa Park, and I'm trying desperately to avoid defeat here at home. Now I can send this to Ridley-Baku. Just got to get the pass right. I forced him a little bit too far wide with that, but there is the support still. Sutic's touch is atrocious, however. Somehow we've still got it. De Bruyne, Sutic, trying to get it to Kai Havertz, but can't. And 25 minutes in, it's still 0-0, which is good enough for me, but not good enough for them. Douglas Luiz. And Lobotka again. Stuck a toe in, didn't get there. And Kozłowski. He's wound up for it. It's comfortable for the keeper. He had passing options, elected to go for goal. His teammates probably annoyed at him for doing so, because that was pretty straightforward for the goalkeeper. Half an hour in. We are a third of the way there. Forcing him wide. Trying to do a lot of defending here, as you might imagine we would be, with the scenario as it is. Richarlison's effort saved well by Karnaseki at the near post. They are going to go short from this. Diaby into Douglas Luiz. Both of them capable of delivering a decent ball. Kozłowski, Zubeldia, and sliced wide of the target from the former Real Sociedad man. 4 minutes to go till half-time. We're nearly halfway there. I think they read that, didn't they? Because he comes sprinting out at me there. Kai, maybe a decent run, please, pal. There you go. For Enes Ünal on the floor, maybe. Roll the defender. That was the moment. Brilliant chance. Unbelievable save. Araujo wins that. Ginter back to Sutic. From range. Straight at the keeper. If that is in the corner, I don't think he saves it. Starting to slow things down here, Villa. I don't know whether they're trying to lull me into a false sense of security and then they'll just quickly go for the jugular, but there's definitely been a change in play style from them in the last third of this game. And Tierney get that into Gavi, who's now off the bench here to try and make that impact. And Edson Alvarez says, you are not making any impact. The early impact is my shoulder on yours to win the ball back again. Enes Ünal played in behind, up against Zubeldia here. Beats the man. And De Bruyne. And out here is Carlos Augusto. Will go for the angle, fight with the block. Wasting time at the very least. We only need the draw. Still 13 minutes to go. Gavi cleared away there. Sutic underneath it. No, Lobotka wins the header. Diaby nods that back. Lobotka tackled. And tackled fairly despite crumbling on the floor in a heap. Havertz looking through now. Misplaced pass. But from Aston Villa too. How do I waste time with 10 minutes to go? Or do I still try and look for that extra goal? Well, I was going to look for the extra goal, but Diogo Leite's given that straight to Moussa Diaby. And I will take the red card. It's not going to be a red. It's only going to be a yellow. Oh! And there was an advantage from a foul earlier on, and I get away with it. That was not very sporting of me, but when there's a chance to get to a cup final, a European cup final, I'm afraid sportsmanship does to some extent go out the window. 4 minutes left. Kieran Tierney needs to help Aston Villa find a goal. Otherwise, this 0-0 draw will see us through to the Europa League Cup final. And the chance of a treble still stands strong. Havertz wins that. Anywhere will do. Just tried to lump it and ended up actually rather accurately finding Enes Ünal. And I'll look for De Bruyne here. That hit Araujo's arm, I think. But Augusto will get it forward quickly. And there's a minute to go. And we are in that minute. De Bruyne looking for Enes Ünal with the worst header you've seen in your life. But that's game. FC Union Berlin are in a European final. Unai Emery's magic touch of the Europa League is broken. And we'll see what we can do and who will play in that one-off final special very shortly. But for now, we're delighted to make it through to the final. We had to work hard for that. It looks like... Ooh, don't know actually. It's gone to extra time. And it will be Fiorentina we play. It is not an all-German Europa League final. It's Italy versus Germany. Bless me, I'm so excited I couldn't hold in the sneeze. 4-4 on aggregate, 5-3 to Fiorentina on penalties. We will play them in purple. Next for us is the game against Leverkusen in just 48 hours' time. And we have a tired team. We're going to have to rotate a little bit for the game against Leverkusen. Oh, and the game... Oh, God, no. All right, fine. All right, fine. I know what I'm doing. Join me tomorrow for the Bundesliga season finale. Will we get one trophy? Done. Then with 2 more on the line. See you tomorrow.